Okay, as far as touching on what hidden blessings have come with that I've gained with my disease, I would actually say there's a ton of them. Um, First and foremost, changing my entire perspective and view on life. And I can admit that I would say up until I was diagnosed with Usher's, I was kind of a wild character to say the least. I was out there, very adventurous, very live on the edge. Not that I was not that my character was in question, but I was just out there, and I didn't ever think of slowing down. So my mind was moving 100 miles an hour, and I was just very eccentric person, very outgoing, and I was just always at the place doing the thing, so to speak. But when I got diagnosed, everything slowed down tremendously, and I say that's a blessing because it kind of gave me, because I guess when I went through a pretty bad phase of depression. I think after I realized that, like, wow, um, this is going to dictate the rest of my life. And finding that out before you're 21, well, actually going on 21, and just realizing, okay, so this is a real thing, and I don't think I fully accepted it and realized that it was a real thing until probably maybe 3 or 4 years after I was officially diagnosed, and I felt, okay, this is really happening to me, not just something in my head or something, I'm really going blind. And so to touch back on blessing, when it slowed me down, um, it gave me a chance to really focus on my goals. It gave me a chance to meet my wife. Uh, Gave me a chance to refocus on school, because I always did great in school, but when I got really depressed, I had like I think I had a 3.9 GPA, and I just said to heck with school, and I was, really feeling pity for myself, feeling sorry for myself, and I felt I didn't drop some courses, and I ended up getting F's in them, and that pretty much destroyed my GPA down to, I would say, like a 2.4 maybe. But when it fully came to terms that hey, this is my disease, and I owned it, I refocused on school. Then I started working full time as a banker while in school, um, and then I just felt like I had more of a plan, um, now that I knew what I had and I accepted it. So, as far as other blessings that came down the road, I don't drive. Everybody drives me everywhere, and that's great. It made me more timid. I get paranoid on the road now. Before I was the idiot that was driving 100 miles an hour with the big 4x4 lifted truck before. Then now I see those people and I get so angry. I'm in Houston, Texas, and I see it every day. But that's been a blessing. I don't drive, and not in control anymore of that. But I've let that go. I get a lot more help and out of weird places. So people that I never think depend on. It's kind of good sharing my story, and I hope when I share my story with coworkers, friends, and family, that they don't see me differently. Like, I don't want to be treated any differently, but it just comes with the territory. They're gonna treat you differently, but that's one thing. People are a lot nicer to me. I know that. I guess other things. I still work full time. I don't believe in. I believe in it, but I don't believe in the fact that I should consider myself 100% disabled. And when that point comes, it'll come. But those are some of the benefits of that I'm currently. I get a lot of assistance from DARS, which is, I think, is the um, state group. I think it's Department for Assisted and Rehabilitative Services. They help me out with, like, hearing aids, and they help me out with a lot of visual aids. I think maybe in a couple of years, I'll probably get into their guide dog program if my vision gets worse than it already is now. And the other thing, I think I get some tax breaks, the mortgage. That's great. And so, other than that, I get to use Uber a lot. Hopefully, I don't leave Houston. I love Uber, but blessings, and I guess I'm missing the other thing. I think the biggest blessing of all, and I think I touched on that a little bit more earlier, but I get everything slowed down for me. And so people right now live in such a fast-paced lane life. Nobody sits down to just really, like, enjoy what's there in front of them. And for me, it's being in my home and seeing my wife, seeing my kiddos now, and so you just kind of, I see things real slow, and I mean that in the sense of like, just I don't have control of always doing everything, like going to the grocery store and get on top of things, driving here, doing that, taking on more responsibility, do as much as I can, but it just causes me to really slow down. And I think had I not gotten my disease, I don't think I'd be in a bad place, but I think my outlook would be on life would probably be a little different as opposed to how I see things now, the way I describe them. But I think I would have probably been nowhere near as happy as I am now. So that's about it. I think I don't know anything else. I don't consider anything else not a blessing, and I think everything happens for a reason. But it's not gonna say it's not a tough road, because it is. But I always look at everything. I look at the glass half full, not half empty. So to me, I think any little thing I get is a blessing. So